Okay. Okay. Hello everyone. See you again. Last week we studied about the opposite essay, and I think that everyone understood what I have explained last week and the last video. Okay. Today we go to the other units. We talk about compare and contrast essay. And last week I also sent some video clip on the compare and contrast essay already. Okay, and again, so today we also go to compare and contrast essay. Okay, so what is compare and contrast essay? And before we go to our units, everyone, I just show some about the picture. Everyone to consider about the picture. Example like how about this? Okay, Washington DC, and then how about this? Tokyo City. And so this is compare between Tokyo and then Washington DC. So what difference between this place? So this we compare about the place, two places. Okay, about the city, about Washington DC and then the Tokyo City. Okay. And sometimes we compare about two politicians, two people. Okay, you can see like Barack Obama and then Mr. Donald Trump. Okay, so you compare two politicians. Okay, and another one. Okay, you go to in this picture also two politicians. Okay, and you also compare the scene. You can see this is one we talk about Air Asia airplane, two airplane, okay, and then Air Asia and then Hong Air. So what difference between what the same, what difference between two flight? Okay, and sometimes you can you can compare here, compare and contrast between cat and dog. Okay, so what the same, what different between cat and dog? Okay, so this is how to do brainstorming, how to compare and contrast essay. What the same, what different between dog and cat? Example like you can see like dog. What different, what the same with cat? Okay, what different? Dog, you can see dog can bark, and then cat, you can say meow. And then dog kiss cat, and then the cat kiss mouse. Okay, and then the dog like to play, and then cat like to sleep. Okay, and the dog need to be given a bath to get clean, but the cat, you can say, can lick themselves to clean. Okay, so the difference between dog and cat, and what the same between cat and dog? Okay, so it's both the same. Okay, and dog also we can, and cat because the type of pets, the same pet. Okay, and then both pets have fur, they have the same, have fur. Okay, and this is the way how to do brainstorming. Okay, about compare and contrast essay. You can circle like different, alike, or you can say the same, and then different between A and B. You can compare between A and B. You can two people, two theory, two things, two place. Okay, you can compare two things. Okay, so what is compare and contrast essay? Okay, you can see that compare and contrast essay involve analyzing. Okay, the similarity and the difference between A and B, between two things, two people, two place, or two theory, two country, two school. Okay, and then you can see, and then almost every decision you may involve rating, similarity, and then the difference between A and B. You can say two people, two place, two things, two theory. Okay, and comparison and contrast, we can say the essay describe about the quality of a subject or idea by discussing the similarity and different, and then it's shared with different subject or idea. Okay. And example, this is some example we can say the topic about compare and contrast. Generally, the compare and contrast essay, we have compare, you can say the same category, not different category, but different in terms of quality, feature, price, and what and blah blah. Okay, so this is the same category, but don't compare the so far different. Okay, and you can see sometimes we talk about example about two job offer. We compare two job. Example like AC Bank and then Kanaya Bank. Okay, so what the same, what different? Okay, about two job offer. And second thing, second object. Example like we compare two politicians, two people. Example like President Barack Obama and then President Donald Trump. Okay, so we have compare two politicians. So what the same, what different between two people? Okay, and sometimes you can compare two places. Example like about Washington DC and then Tokyo. So what the same, what different in terms of quality, feature, price, environment, and whatever. Okay, and sometimes you can compare two, we can say two series, two schools. Example like high school life and then university life. So what the same, what different. Okay, and sometimes you can compare like two places. Example like the country life and then city life, and living in at home and living in, we can say any way away from home. So what different, what the same. Okay, and sometimes you can compare two theory X and Y. Okay, sometimes you can compare like two culture. Okay, two culture, and sometimes you can compare between public school and then private school. So what the same, what different. Okay, between two schools. Okay, sometimes you can compare two class, two teacher, two people, two friends. Okay, so how to write the compare and contrast essay? Yeah, and how to write the compare and contrast essay? Okay, we have two kinds to write the compare and contrast essay. One, we can say you can use block organization, and second one you use point by point organization. So how to write block organization, how to write point by point organization. Okay, and you go to block organization. So what is block organization? Okay, block organization, we can say discuss all the similarity in one block, meaning write, okay, which can be, okay, we can say one or more paragraph and then all the different, okay, another block. It means that the first block, you can say you write all about the different, about the same, and the next block you write all the different between A and B. Okay, so we can say block organization. Okay, and another one, you can use point by point organization. It means that you compare, you can say you raise the point to compare between A and B. Example like we compare about Mr. A and Mr. B. Okay, and so what point you raise to compare? Example like appearance, attitude, education, okay, between A and B. So you raise the point to compare between A and B. Okay, and this you can make a sentence by a sentence in comparison of the feature and any other any order that seem appropriate for the topic. Okay, so example here, we is you might even use order of important, okay, the most important feature first and last. Example like two job offer. Example like we compare two job offer. Okay, we use point by point organization. Okay, you can see the first point we talk about salary, and second point you talk about fringe benefit, and third point you talk about opportunity for advancement, and fourth point you should raise about the workplace environment atmosphere. Okay, so you can compare. Example like two job offer about ACDA and Canada Bank. Okay, we have 4 points to compare between Kanaya and Exida Bank. So the first you explain or compare what the same, what different between about salary between Kanaya and Exida Bank. Okay, so you explain point by point, you compare point by point, you raise the same and different between A and B, and the third also the same and different A and B. So you explain point by point. Okay, and this one, okay, this is, we can say, aligning. How to do aligning to compare and contrast essay. We use this block organization. How to write block organization, how to organize. Okay, you can see the first we write about introduction. Okay, and this statement mean, okay, the important point for the essay. After that, you can raise in the body. We have sometimes we have many body paragraph. Okay, so the first body paragraph you should, you know, discuss all similarity in one block, okay, between A and B. And then the next block, we can say the next paragraph, you discuss about the difference between A and B in one block, in one paragraph. So if we have only, you know, 4 paragraph essay, mean the first introductory paragraph, and second paragraph means the first body paragraph, you discuss all similarity between A and B, and the next paragraph you discuss all the difference between A and B, between two people or two person or two, we can say two bank of two bank. Okay, and the next you go to conclusion, only summarize. Okay, this is one to do aligning. Okay, and the next one, we can say the form of do aligning for, we can say point by point organization. Okay, point by point organization. Okay, the same topic mean about Exida and then Kanaya Bank. Okay, so we use point by point. Okay, the first we write about introductory paragraph, and then you go to the same body paragraph. And the first body paragraph, you know, you raise the point to compare between A and B, the same and different between A and B. Okay, and the first one we raise about the salary, both two place. Okay, what the same, what different between A and B. So we raise the point to compare between A and B. First we talk about salary, and second we talk about the fringe benefit between A and B. And the next paragraph we raise about, you know, the contrast idea. Generally this is contrast idea between A and B. And then also we focus the point like, we talk about, opportunity for advancement. So we have 4 points. Okay, so the 2 points we raised before, we talk about the same and different, and then the next point we also talk about the same and different, but different point. Okay, so we compare point by point organization. Okay, this is how to do aligning. And one more thing, the compare and contrast essay. Example like we use subject by subject. This one we also say block organization. Example like we compare two politicians between Obama and Donald Trump. Example, okay, we use block organization or subject by subject. Mean the first paragraph, the first body paragraph, we discuss all about Barack Obama, including appearance, personality, hobby, interest. So we talk all points. Talk about Mr. Barack Obama. Okay, we have 3 points, the same 3 points. Okay, so we discuss or describe all points in one block about Mr. Obama. And the next point, we talk about or discuss about Donald Trump. The same here, you can say appearance, personality, hobby, and interest. Okay. And the second option you use point by point organization. You compare by the point between A and B, between Obama and Donald Trump. Example like we raise about appearance first. Okay, what the same, what difference between Obama and Donald Trump. Example like here, Mr. Obama, okay, blah blah blah, and Mr. Donald Trump. How about Mr. Donald Trump? Okay, so we talk about the appearance, about two persons. And the next second point, we talk about personality between Obama and Donald Trump. Okay, and third point, we talk about hobby or interest between Obama and then Donald Trump. Okay, so this one we can say point by point organization. Okay, and yeah, this is some words about compare and contrast essay. Okay, and this is signal word. Okay, and to show about the similarity and then the contrast, about the compare and contrast word. Okay, this is all the same or because similarity. Example like you can use the same as, similarly, also, to, as well as, and then likewise, and also, and both. Okay, this expression is to show about the compare because what the same meaning, and then the next word want to show about the contrast word, contrast meaning. Okay, example like but, you can use but, you can use however, you can use why, and on the other hand, you can use different, and then differently, like, and then although, and then even though. Okay, so this word means to show the contrast idea between before sentence. Okay, and this video, 81 I sent you in Google Classroom last week. Yeah, we have 4 series video about the compare and contrast essay. I hope everyone you can download from the Google Classroom to learn about the compare and contrast essay. And this exercise, everyone you can note the page for exercise. Okay, on page 112 and 114 and 118 and 19. So you can go to your textbook and practice some exercise about the compare and contrast essay. Okay. Okay, this is some word we can say comparison structure word. It means that to show about the similarity between A and B. Example like this is sentence connector. You can use similarly, likewise, also, and to. And this expression use, you can say subordinator. Example like as, just as, and you also use, you can say correlative conjunction. Example like and, both and, not only, and but also, and neither nor, to show about the, you can say also okay, similarity and connector. Okay. In other words, you know, you can use like, just like, okay, this is like plus only noun, and just like plus noun, and similar to plus noun, and be similar plus to, and be the same as, and be the same, and be like, alike, and be similar to, and compare to or with. This is expression that important for you. Okay, and this is in practice. Okay, how to use words and expression. Example like we use similarity. Okay, you can see one example like human worker can detect malfunction in machinery. Okay, similarly or likewise or robot. So we use comma both sides to make compound sentence. Okay, example. And then also you can see we use at the end of the the sentence. And then to also we use comma and to, and as, just as, you could use comma, and then both and no comma, you can see both and you can see structure. This is many examples you can practice at home. Okay. And this is contrast structure word. Okay, all these expression we use to contrast idea with the first, you can say before idea. Okay, you can see like we use sentence connector, can be, you can say clause connector. Okay, this expression we use only to connect the sentence. Example like however, nevertheless, nonetheless, and still, to connect two sentences, to make compound sentence, to show the contrast idea between the first idea and the next idea. Okay, and this one also to show the contrast idea with the before idea, but this one we use to combine, to connect between the independent clause and then dependent clause to make complex sentence. And this one we can see coordinator like but and yet to show the contrast idea, like seen as well. Okay, and some expression to show the contrast idea as well, like example like despite we plus only noun, in spite of plus noun as well. Okay, you can see the example. Okay, it begins to rain, you can see use comma, and however, and nevertheless, and nonetheless, and still, and then we continue our by. So we here start from however and nevertheless, and then the next sentence we see contrast idea with the first sentence to show the contrast idea between the first sentence. Okay, so we use semicolon and then comma to make compound sentence. I see that everyone understand about the compound sentence and complex sentence, all type of sentence that we learned before. Okay, and the rest you can practice by yourself. Okay, and this one, and compare and contrast word. Okay, so I think that similar idea. Okay, before you can practice in a textbook.